Today, 2 local high schools look to advance in Lakeshore Public Media's annual academic tournament that we call Making the Grade. Who will advance to that next round? Today we welcome 2 schools. Will it be River Forest or Kankakee Valley? You're just moments away from this edition of Making the Grade.
Program support comes from NIPSCO.
Honey, who is this guy?
Oh, that's Frank. Hey, Frank.
Honey, why is Frank in our bedroom?
He's showing us ways to save money. Plus, he'll even help us install LED bulbs and new shower heads.
Oh, well, he is leaving before I shower, though, right?
To schedule an energy assessment and learn more about energy usage, visit nipsco.com.
Frank, could you hand me a towel?
Lakeshore Public Media and Making the Grade are supported by Chick-fil-A, proudly serving our Northwest Indiana community, helping to support education and developing young minds. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, located in Maryville in front of the South Lake Mall.
It's season number 7 of Lakeshore Public Media's annual academic tournament that we call Making the Grade. Hi, I'm your host, Andy Schultz, and today 8 of the best and brightest students in Northwest Indiana square off to push their team into the next run of our tournament. What's at stake today? Well, a quarterfinal round spot, first of all, but ultimately the prize is the Making the Grade Championship trophy, as well as scholarship money provided by NIPSCO. Well, we welcome 2 schools today to compete. First of all, River Forest and Kankakee Valley. Good luck to both schools. We'll have a chance to meet the contestants a little bit later in the game, but we're going to get this one started and some points on the board right away with our first round that we call Questions and Answers. Pretty simple. I give the questions, you give the answers. 5 points for a correct response. If you answer incorrectly, we'll just give the other team a chance at those points, so there's no penalty for an incorrect answer. All right, here we go. Your first 5-point clue coming your way now, hands on buzzers. Euclid said, you can prove 2 lines are parallel by drawing one of these. Give the geometry term for this line, often drawn almost vertically when crossing 2 horizontal parallel lines. Emily from Kankakee Valley.
Perpendicular line?
Not perpendicular. I'm going to give River Forest a shot at those points. Go ahead, Bella.
Array?
Not array. We were looking for transversal. Transversal. No points awarded, but none lost. Here we go. What common vegetable that usually has 3 or 4 lobes is easily purchased in green, yellow, red? Kaylee from River Forest.
Pepper?
Can you be more specific?
Bell pepper?
Bell pepper is correct. 5 points for River Forest, and you're on the board first. Next 5-point clue. Give the 3-letter word that is a sharp metal object with teeth, what you do when you use that sharp object to cut wood, and Kaylee from River Forest.
Saw?
Saw is correct. 5 more points for the ingots, and you lead by 10. What adjective, starting with O, describes a person who does what he's told? Bella from River Forest.
Obedient?
Obedient, yes. 5 more for River. Spell the word pumpernickel, a type of bread. Looking for the spelling. Go ahead, Bella from River Forest.
Pumpernickel.
That is correct. 5 more points and a hot start for River Forest, but there's plenty of points coming up in this game. Everybody's back in. Like sweating, it begins when your body's core temperature is in danger of leaving its safe range. Name this reflex that causes goosebumps in an Anthony from River Forest.
Shivering?
Shivering, yes. 5 more for River. Emily Dickinson was born in what U.S. state where Louisa May Alcott and Nathaniel Hawthorne set their novels Little Women and The Scarlet Letter? Anthony from River Forest.
Alabama?
Not Alabama. I want to give KV a shot at that. Go ahead, Megan.
Virginia?
Not Virginia. We were looking for Massachusetts, the setting for Little Women and The Scarlet Letter. Here's another 5-point clue. The note middle C is written on the first ledger line above a musical staff if you are writing notes in what clef that is commonly used for the left-hand notes. Megan from Kankakee Valley.
Treble clef?
Not the treble clef. I'll finish the clue for River Forest. The clef that is commonly used for the left-hand notes on the piano. Go ahead, Ty.
Bass clef?
Bass clef is correct. 5 more for River. If it's not treble, it's on the other side, it's bass. And you have 30. Originally built as a Hindu temple, it was converted into the Buddhist temple it remains today. Name this large complex of buildings that appears on the flag of Cambodia. Anthony from River Forest.
The Taj Mahal? Is that
Not
what
the
it's
Taj
called?
Mahal. I'm going to give
Wow.
KV a few seconds to answer that one. Did we get in time? Yeah, we did. Emily, go ahead.
The Gardens of Truth.
That's incorrect. We're looking for Angkor Wat. And that is the end of our first round of play. River, with 6 correct responses, leads by a score of 30-0, but plenty of points coming up, KV, for you in the next couple of rounds. Let's take a moment to meet our contestants. Starting on the River Forest side, and I'm talking to Ty, who is a senior at River Forest High School. You told me earlier that you are into backyard forging. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so what I do is I find scrap metal, preferably aluminum, and I just throw them into a pit, and I throw some charcoal under it, and I burn it, and then I take that molten metal and I make it into something else.
Nice. And we talked about ingots, right, which is, of course, the mascot for River Forest. And tell me a little bit about what an ingot actually is.
Okay, so an ingot is basically just a lump of raw metal, and you use that so you don't have any excess, like, dirt in your product.
Nice. Thanks, Ty. Appreciate the knowledge as well. Anthony is a senior at River Forest, and you're a writer. Tell me a little bit about what your preferred genre is when you put the pen to the paper.
Kind of like murder mystery stuff.
Okay, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
Kind of what I'm into.
Keeps
I write
you busy?
more poetry than I do short stories. So.
Nice. Well, good to know. Anthony, good luck the rest of the game. Nice to meet you. Bella is a
Thanks.
junior at River Forest, and you had a great feat this last year. You were a state qualifier in girls wrestling, which is a new varsity sport in the state of Indiana, right?
Yeah, it
Awesome.
was just this year. It was the inaugural tournament.
Cool. And how did you do when you were probably excited to be there, but did you do
I
well?
was thrilled to be there.
Awesome.
I am ranked 7th in the state for weight class 120 for girls.
I wasn't going to ask you your weight class. You offered that on your own.
fine.
That's it. Bella, great to meet you. Kaylee is a senior at River Forest, and this is your 3rd time here on Lakeshore PBS, but only twice on Making the Grade. You were on last year's edition, but you've been on another show here.
Yeah, I was on Lakeshore Focus this summer, I think.
Okay.
And it's just because the host, Keith Kirkpatrick, was in charge of a program I was in called Slice. So he had me talk about that a little bit.
I think you're going to host this show next year.
Oh, that's
That's
great.
next on your
New
resume.
knowledge to me.
That's awesome. River Forest, good luck the rest of the game. They are coached by Jim Weitzel. All right. Headed over to the KV side of the studio, talking to Georgia, who is a junior at Kankakee Valley. And you like to be on your feet. You told me you like running, jogging. Do you like to hike, I think, in the woods? What's your favorite thing to do, get out on your feet?
I like to hike,
Okay.
like you said.
Sure.
I run track,
Nice.
so that's always fun.
What's your event that you like?
200.
Nice. You have a personal best there?
30.76.
Nice. Sounds pretty good. A lot faster than I would do. Georgia, nice to meet you. Emily's a junior at KV, and you told me you like rollerblading and meditating. A couple of different things there. I don't associate those two. But you also said your favorite musical is Phantom of the Opera. Do you have like a specific number from that one that's your favorite?
Probably the one that talks about the music of the night. I love that one.
Cool.
I could never sing it though.
Have you seen it live before?
No, I haven't.
All right. You're going to see it sometime, right?
It depends.
Megan is a senior at KV, and you're going to study planetary science at Purdue, correct?
Yes.
How did you get into that?
Oh, when I was younger, I always had an interest in space. And when I was 10, I got to see an actual shuttle launch, and I met a couple of astronauts, and it just became my passion.
Met a couple astronauts.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Do you want to be in space?
I mean, maybe someday. The commercial space industry is booming, so.
Nice. Yeah, for like $500,000, you could do it, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Evan is a junior at KV and a musician, right? Pretty well-rounded. You're part of multiple ensembles. Tell me about those.
I'm on the drumline and marching band, and we have a winter drumline program. So I play at basketball games during halftime.
Nice.
And I
Drum the jazz band too?
I play piano and jazz
Okay,
band,
there
actually.
you go. See, you're well-rounded. KV is coached by Robert Hyde. And good luck the rest of the game as well to Kankakee Valley. All right, let's move on to our next round that we call Pop Quiz. This is a one-on-one competition. No conferring with teammates. We're going to go right down the row. It'll be Evan versus Kaylee, Bella and Megan, Emily versus Anthony, and Ty and Georgia after 4 questions. We'll cycle it back around. Still 5 points apiece for all of these here. First question is for Evan and Kaylee. Its national monuments include Great Sand Dunes and Dinosaur. Name the state that is also home to Rocky Mountain National Park and to ski resort towns like Vail. Evan from KV. Colorado, yes, 5 points for KV. And you are on the board. For Megan and Bella, it was taken to the national level by Ray Kroc after he bought out the people who started it. Name this major fast food chain that sells the Filet-O-Fish sandwich and Quarter Pounder hamburger. Megan from KV.
McDonald's.
McDonald's, yes, Golden Arches. 5 more points for KV and you cut the deficit to 20. Emily and Anthony, this is for you. Give the term for an interweaving set of food chains that may show multiple predators, multiple herbivores, and multiple plants. Emily from KV.
Ecosystem?
Incorrect. Looking for something else. Anthony?
Biome?
Not biome. We were looking for food web, or simply web would have worked there as well. Ty and Georgia, this is for you. Authors Gustave Flaubert, André Gide, Alexandre Dumas, and Victor Hugo were all born in what European country that also gave us author Guy de Maupassant? Georgia from KV.
France?
That's correct. Yeah, it was my convincing French accent that did it for you there. That's right. 5 more points for KV. It's not very convincing. All right, Evan and Kaylee, this one is for you. The World Health Organization calls it the most polluted city in the world. Name this Asian capital that contains the national government buildings of India. Kaylee from River Forest.
Bangkok?
Not Bangkok. Evan?
New Delhi.
It is New Delhi. That is correct. If that was a guess, it was a good one. 5 more points for Kankakee Valley. See, storming back in this round. Here we go. Megan and Bella. Give the geographic term for an area of a state that sticks out on a map from the rest of that state. A term often used to describe part of Florida. Bella from River Forest.
Peninsula?
Incorrect. I'll finish it for Megan. A term often used to describe part of Florida and part of Oklahoma. Panhandle is correct. And at the end of 2 rounds of play, we're down to a 5-point game. KV storming back in that second round. Well done there by the Cougars. And that means points coming your way, and they're much bigger in our next round that we call Class Project. This is teamwork. Work together on it if you want. I will read 3 clues that all point toward the same answer. If you answer correctly after the first clue, it's worth 30 points. After 2 clues, it's worth 20. If I read all 3 clues, it's worth 10. You can guess at every one of those levels, all right? Here we go. Our first 3 clues all pointed toward the same answer. The category is literature and language arts. For 30, you should use this punctuation mark to introduce an item or a series of items within a sentence. Kaylee from River Forest.
Colon?
Colon is correct. 30 points right away, and you have 60. Well done there, Kaylee, jumping on that one very early. All right, 3 more clues pointed to another answer here. The category is social studies for 30. This country's peninsula separates the Indian Ocean from the Gulf of Aden. Kaylee from River Forest.
France.
Incorrect. A couple more seconds, KV. Want to take a shot? Go ahead, Evan.
Yemen.
It is not Yemen. I'll give you a 20-point clue. Same answer. It borders Kenya, Ethiopia, and Djibouti. Evan from Kankakee Valley.
Somalia.
It is Somalia. That is correct. 20 points for KV, and you jump up to 45. We've got a 15-point game here. All right. Final set of 3 clues in this round, all pointed towards one answer. The category is science and math. 30-pointer. New images show that some of its ice is made of water and is actually red. and that the haze in its atmosphere is blue, an object once considered a planet? Megan from KV.
Pluto?
Pluto is correct, 30 points. And I think we hit you in the wheelhouse there. And that puts KV in front after 3 rounds of play, 75-60. Like I said, tons of points coming late in the game, and there's many more coming your way in our final round that we call Final Exam. 6 categories, 5 questions each, worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points respectively. We'll answer them in that order. The team that controls the board is the team that last answered correctly, except to start the round. Right now, River Forest, you trail by 15 on the board, and so you get to choose where we go first. Where would you like to start? A 10-point clue.
Let's go presidents.
Presidents. It is a 10-pointer in that category. 12 years after this one-term congressman from Illinois spoke out against the Mexican War, he was elected president of the United States. Kaylee from River Forest.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln is correct for 10 points for River. You trail by 5, and the board is yours. I think we've got to give those points to River Forest. I think they went up on the wrong side. Go ahead, Kaylee, where do you want to go?
Let's stick with presidents.
Presidents. 15-pointer. Italy's World War II dictator Benito Mussolini was named Benito after Benito Juarez, the president of this country for 14 years. Kaylee from River Forest.
Spain.
It is not Spain. I'll finish it for KV. President of this country for 14 years in the mid-1800s. Megan from KV.
Portugal?
It is not Portugal. We were looking for Mexico. Mexico. No points awarded there. River Forest, still your board. You can stay there for the 20 or go elsewhere.
Let's go with U.S. history.
U.S. history, a new category, 10 points at stake. The USS Arizona sank in less than 10 minutes after receiving an armor-piercing bomb from a Japanese aircraft during this attack. Kaylee from River Forest.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor is correct. 10 more points for the ingots, and you control the board.
We'll go U.S. history.
U.S. history, it is 15 points. This political party, started by opponents of the Kansas-Nebraska Act in 1854, soon replaced the Whigs as Megan from KV.
Republican?
That is correct. The GOP, as we know it today, 15 points for KV, and it is yours.
Let's go to astronomy.
Astronomy. Feel like you might like that one. 10-pointer. 17th century astronomer Giovanni Cassini discovered a division between the A ring and B ring of this planet. Kaylee from River Forest.
Saturn.
Saturn is correct. 10 points, and I think you beat Megan to the buzzer on that one. All right, River with the points and the board. Where would you like to go? I think we're tied. Look at that.
Let's go with U.S. history.
You're steering away from astronomy, I see. U.S. history. 20-point clue in that category. Archaeologists in this state are digging up information about an old prison camp for Union officers in its capital city of Columbia. Kaylee from River Forest.
Ohio.
Not Ohio. KV, want to take a shot? Go ahead, Emily.
Nebraska?
Not Nebraska. We were looking for South Carolina. The capital is Columbia there. No points awarded. River, where would you like to go? You can stay with U.S. history or go somewhere else.
U.S. history.
U.S. history, 25-point clue. Connecticut's law stating that Gustav Whitehead was the first to fly an airplane angers those who think these men were the first to fly an airplane. Kaylee from River Forest.
The Wright brothers?
That's correct. Orville and Wilbur Wright, 25 points for River Forest, and you extend your lead. Where would you like to go? Or pardon, take the lead.
Let's go world literature.
World literature, a 10-point clue in that category. The Cozy Classics version of this novel has a cover picture of a poor girl named Cosette looking through. Megan from KV.
Les Miserables.
That is correct. 10 points in the world literature category. Where would you like to go?
Astronomy.
Astronomy, 15-point clue. This 2-word term describes the theory that the universe was created from a giant. Anthony from River Forest.
The Big Bang Theory?
That is correct. The Big Bang Theory, and a successful comedy as well. 15 points for River Forest. You control the board. You lead by 30.
All right. Horn.
World literature.
World literature. It's a 15-pointer. This native of Spain wrote the play La Numancia and a 2-volume novel about Don Quixote. Bella from River Forest.
Alexander Dumas.
That is incorrect. Anybody on the KV side? I'll try for those. Miguel de Cervantes. Cervantes. All right, river forest. Stay with world literature or go somewhere else.
Let's stay with world literature.
All right, a 20-point clue in that category. This Italian author of The Name of the Rose and Foucault's Pendulum has a 3-letter name that can be added to the front of the suffixes L-O-G-Y and N-O-M-Y to create. Kaylee from River Forest.
Bio?
That's incorrect. I will finish it for KV. 3-letter name that can be added to the front of the suffixes L-O-G-Y and N-O-M-Y to create new words. For the name of the author. It's a hard one. Umberto Eco, E-C-O, could be added. Ecology and economy. All right, I believe River Forest, you control the board, correct?
Yeah.
All right, where to?
Let's go with painters.
Painters, a 10-point clue there. John Singer Sargent once pictured this original French impressionist painting at the edge of the wood. Megan from KV.
Monet.
That is correct. 10 points for KV, and the board is yours.
President.
Presidents, a 20-pointer in that category. After its current government seized its most popular newspaper in 2016, the coverage of its president, Recep Erdogan, suddenly went from rather negative to extremely positive. Kaylee from River Forest.
Brazil.
Not Brazil. KV, a couple more seconds. Go ahead, Megan.
Syria.
Not looking for Syria. We're looking for Turkey. Turkey. KV.
Presidents again.
Presidents, again, 25-point clue. This South American country's president, Juan Manuel Santos, won the 2016 Nobel Peace Prize for cutting a peace deal with its main terrorist group, FARC, or F-A-R-C. Kaylee from River Forest.
Chile.
Not Chile. KV? Go ahead, Megan.
Brazil.
Not Brazil. We're looking for Colombia. Colombia. All right, KV, still your board. You trail by 20.
U.S. history.
U.S. history, a 30-pointer. The House of Representatives reduced this document from 17 parts down to 12, 2 more than this set of constitutional amendments now contains. Kaylee from River Forest.
The Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights is correct for 30 points for River Forest, and a big one there, and you control the board.
All right, let's go.
Astronomy, I think you should pick.
Astronomy for 20.
All right, astronomy, a 20-point clue there. Examples of this astronomical object, usually made of ice and dust, include Kohoutek and Halley's. Kaylee from River Forest.
Comet.
Comet is correct. 20 more for the ingots. You control it, and you lead by 70.
Might as well keep
All
it.
right, let's. What's up?
You might as well keep it.
Astronomy for 25.
25 in astronomy. This Hawaiian peak contains the world's largest observatory for optical, infrared, and sub-millimeter astronomy. Bella from River Forest.
Honolulu.
Not Honolulu. KV? Take a shot? No. Mauna Kea. Mauna Kea. Okay, River Forest, you're bored.
All right, let's go solve for X.
Solve for X. May want your pencil and paper on this one. 2 minutes left to go in the game as well. 4 times the value of X equals 28. Megan from KV.
7.
That is correct. X equals 7. 10 points for KV, you're bored. You guys are pretty quick.
Astronomy.
Astronomy. 30-point clue there. This American astronomer named his discovery of Pluto for Percival Lowell. Looking for Clyde Tombaugh. Clyde Tombaugh. All right, KV.
Presidents.
Presidents. 30-pointer there. In 2016, this female president of South Korea was impeached for corruption. Park Geun-hye. Park Geun-hye. KV.
Solve for X.
Solve for X, 15. 27X minus 29 equals 17x plus 1? Megan from KV.
3.
X equals 3 is correct. 15 for you, and you've got the board.
Solve for x.
Solve for x, 20-point clue. The square root of the quantity 2x minus 8 equals 10. Evan from KV.
54.
54 is correct. 20 more for KV. See if you can make it up. You've got the board. You're inching closer.
Solve for x.
Solve for x, 25. The quantity 3x minus 6 is less than or equal to the quantity 12x plus 21. Ty from River Forest.
X equals 3.
That is incorrect. KV. Just a couple of seconds here. Go ahead, Emily.
5.
That's incorrect. X is greater than or equal to negative 3. And that is our game by the final score of 180 to 155. River Forest is going ahead to our quarterfinal round. A great game played by both teams. Congrats and nice job on those math questions. You fired those off pretty quickly. You should do my taxes next year. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Making the Grade.